Hello, boys and girls. It is time to speak about numbers. So let's learn some numbers. Today we are learning a new number. So let's start counting from number 1, and I'll show you the number we're going to learn. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And what is the next number? If you said 12, you are right. And that is the number we are going to learn today. Number 12. It looks like this, a 1 and a 2. So when we make the number 12, we start at the very top. We make a straight line down for the number 1. Then we start here on the number 2 at the top. We curve up like a rainbow all the way around, a diagonal straight down, and then a horizontal line to the right. That is how we make the number 12. So let's take a look at what 12 counters looks like. When I make my 12 counters, I'm going to put them into tens frames. One tens frame would not be enough. I need 2 tens frames to show you the number 12. So here's my first tens frame up at the top. And down here at the bottom is my second tens frame. Now I'm ready to put in my counters. When I put counters in, I always start at the top. I work from left to right, top to bottom. Okay, let's count 12 counters together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to go to the next row. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have filled up my whole first tens frame, but I'm not done. I need to start filling up my next tens frame. Okay, we left off at 10. Let's continue on. 11, 12. And that is what 12 counters looks like. 1 full tens frame and 2 more counters in the next tens frame. Let's take another look at that. 1 full tens frame, which equals 10, and then another tens frame with 2 more inside of that. We can take these tens frames and make a number sentence. How many counters do I have in this first tens frame? If you said 10, you are right, because one complete tens frame, one full tens frame, is always equal to 10. There's my number 10. On this side, I don't have a full tens frame. I only have a couple of counters. Let's count them together. 1, 2. So on this side, I have 2. 10 plus 2 is equal to what? 10 plus 2. Well, if you don't know, we can count on from 10. So this tens frame has 10, and let's count on. 11, 12. And that is the number we're learning today. 10 plus 2 equals 10. Please read that number sentence with me. Let me hear you. 10 plus 2 equals 12. Great work, boys and girls. Okay, so if 10 plus 2 equals 12, then I can put those numbers into a number bond. Here's what my number bond looks like. A number bond has one big circle at the top and 2 smaller circles at the bottom. In this big circle, that's where I put my big number. That's where I put the number that is equal to in my addition sentence. Here's my big number. My big number today is 12. And I'm going to put that right into the top of my number bond. The other 2 numbers, my smaller numbers, are the parts. They make the number 12. Because 10 plus 2 is equal to 12, I can also say 10 and 2 is 12. 10 and 2 are the parts. Part, part, and this number is my whole. Say part, part, whole. Go ahead, say it. Part, part, whole. Great job, boys and girls. Okay, so today I need you to get out a piece of paper and a pencil because you are going to do a little bit of writing for me. And I'm going to take out my piece of paper and pencil as well. I have my pencil right here. If you have a notebook or just a blank piece of paper, anything will do. Okay, and here's my piece of paper. This is what I like to use. Okay, so the very first thing I want you to do is write down the number that we learned today. Do you remember what that number was? It was the number 12. 1, 2. That is how we make the number 12, a 1 and a 2. Please be careful when you write that 12. Nice and neat. Actually, I think we could do a bit better. What do you think? I'm going to get my little eraser out and try again. We don't have to be perfect, but we always want to try our very best. So here's my 1. Rainbow, diagonal, backwards, horizontal. And there's my 12. Much better. Okay, now you have the number of the day. The next thing I want you to do is show me 12 counters. But I don't want you to just draw 12 counters on your paper. I would like you to make them into a tens frame. So if you can ask your mommy or daddy to draw a tens frame for you, or you can try your very best to draw it by making a rectangle and then drawing 4 vertical lines like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 vertical line across the middle like this. That's how we make a tens frame. Now I'm ready to add my counters. What was the number of the day? It was 12. Okay, let's start counting. Here we go. 12 red counters. If you don't have a red crayon, you can just use a pencil. That is fine. Here we go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not done. Keep going. 11, 12. There are my 12 counters. I have 1 full tens frame and then 2 more counters sitting by themselves. That is how we make the number 12. Notice how I started with this square, this counter, and then I went to the left. To the right. And then I started with this line. That is how we fill a tens frame. We can never fill a tens frame starting with this square. No, we have to start at the beginning. That's how we fill a tens frame. Okay, I have one more job for you. I want you to make your own number bond. So the first thing we need to do is draw a big circle like this, 1 big circle. And then you need a diagonal line coming from the bottom to the left, another diagonal line to the right, and at the end of each of those diagonal lines, another circle. 1, 2. Now here in this first circle, the big circle at the top, that's where I'm going to draw to write my whole number, my big number, the number of the day, which was number 12. There it is. 1, 2. On these circles at the bottom is where we're going to write our smaller numbers, the parts. What parts make up the number 12? Well, here's one part. How many counters do I have in this tens frame? 10. That's one part. Here is the other part. How many counters do I have by themselves? 1, 2. 2 counters. And that is my other part. That's the other number that goes at the bottom of my number bond. Boys and girls, you did an excellent job learning the number 12 today. I can't wait to teach you the next number. Bye.